His mother had left him to pursue a lavish life in the royal homestead. His father had passed, and now his only hope was his grandmother. But the moment their eyes first met, she had looked at him with eyes full of hate. Paidepo. A long time ago in a faraway land, a young man, Zingai, came face to face with the only living relative who could help him out of the quagmire he found himself in, his grandmother. But his grandmother Makoni had looked him dead in his eye and told him, her voice harsh, "Get away from me, you are no offspring of mine." Zingai tried to explain about his father. "He did not die at childbirth," he said. "The royal midwife lied. They did not want you, a commoner, as mother to a royal son, a future king." But the old woman laughed saccharinely. "I am a healer. I am also a seer. How come in all my visions I never saw you or your father?" Zingai shook his head and said, "I don't know how your visions work. All I know is that I am your grandson, and I have this to prove it." He reached into the pouch he had tied around his waist and retrieved the golden crest he had received from his father. He saw her face flinch as he dangled it before her eyes, and he knew she knew what it was. "I got this from my father as he lay dying. He said you own the twin crest." If he had expected him to hug him and to claim him as his, he was mistaken, for she continued frowning. Then in a voice dripping with long-held anger and bitterness, she said, "Child, I have lived to this grand old age in peace, and I want to maintain that peace till my dying day. I don't care who or whose you are, but I suggest you leave. There is nothing of yours here." He could see her seriousness from the tightness of her lips to the way she gripped her walking cane. He swallowed. A lump had crept up from nowhere and now sat in his throat, throbbing painfully. He could feel tears well up in his eyes, and he was ashamed with himself. He had never cried all his life, not even when his father, the only person he had wholeheartedly loved, had died. Yet this old woman was pushing him away. He had had hope that he would at least find refuge with her, a home for his bone-weary soul, but she was determined to see him go. So swallowing again and blinking back tears and bringing his entire body to tautness like the warrior he was, he said, "If you perhaps do not want me, your grandson, then at least you have to pass back the family heirloom that belonged to my grandfather. I need it to cement my claim as king. I will never bother you again. You will never, ever hear from me again." He did not expect the high-pitched laugh that escaped from her mouth as quickly as lightning and as sharp and as loud as thunder. "You want to con me, huh?" she said. Then as quickly as the laugh had come, as quickly as anger had set in her face, and she called out, "Guards!" 2 men rushed into the hut. "Take him out. Throw him as far away from here as possible." Zingai did not struggle, allowing the guards to lift his lifeless body and walk with it as far away as to the river. All that was in his mind was, "Where to from here? I can't prove I am king without that twin crest, and at home they will finish me off for claiming I am king. Where to from now?"